I'll just say this because someone asked me. The series of courses I have six of them, and I call them Liminal Human. That's the name of the series, because liminal is the space in between. Liminal is the transition point. That's an important word to know. It can be as simple as how I'm using it, in that you go to this course and it is the liminal space. It is where you're training and acquiring information, and you leave as a new thing. You have new information. You've gone through the space of transition. But I also use it up to bring up the word in conversation because liminal space is important to our health. Common example, you have someone that goes to work, they have a commute, they come home. That commute space is the liminal space for them to transition from becoming worker bee or entrepreneur or artist or whatever the hell it is you are to I'm now going to become my home identity. I'm going to become spouse and cat lover and dog petter and whatever else it is I'm going to be doing. And that liminal space is important. It's important that people have that time to transition. And sometimes I've seen people get worse simply because their commute changed. Previously, they had 30 minutes to listen to a book on Audible or listen to music or talk to their friends or do whatever. And now they've moved closer, and that saves them time and money and traffic. And this is all great. But they've actually lost some of their healing time because that liminal space has now gotten narrower. The liminal space is needed when someone comes home from work and they haven't had that time, when someone is going to work or going to school or whatever their external endeavor is. They're going from one world to another. If they haven't had the appropriate time to adjust, they're going to be a poor performer. They're going to feel it. It's going to be detrimental to them. There is a liminal space that transitions you from, hey, I'm binging and eating nachos, watching Netflix, to now I'd like to sleep. And people screw up that liminal sleep by not transmitting themselves to a state of red light beforehand, or decreasing activity, or getting the right amount of warmth, or whatever it is that they have that's prep for bed. And they may only need 5 or 10 minutes to organize that. But I've seen people go, this was life changing because they simply didn't have a routine before bed. And in that routine, you can interject things. I had one woman that she had some machinery fall on her at work and just compress her skull and spine down into her rib cage. And she was like just one of these former brilliant engineer, now just completely struggling to survive. And what she had to do is she took a Sharpie and she wrote on her bathroom mirror her drills and her supplements. So when she came in the morning, and as part of her routine, she's brushing her teeth. That's a movement stim. We got her a vibrating toothbrush because that was a good stim for her, et cetera, et cetera. You're building all these things in. Cool. We can put a red light in there too while she's in there, et cetera. You're compressing all these things. So in that transition to the rest of your day, you're using it because that time can be vital for production. It can be vital restoratively. It can be vital for your relationship. So you're not an ass to your partner. It's an important thing. So I use the word liminal human because I want to bring attention to that concept, not just that teaching is transitional and it should change you. You should leave a different, better person.